And now I'm gonna take a small break because I need some more water. I suggest you all get some more water. I'm gonna do a put on some music and do an ad thing because it's a good place to do it. So while that is happening, get yourself some lovely something to drink, maybe some snacks because we are getting into the final part. There are now 2 parts left. There's an investigation part and there is a trial part. So stay tuned. Damn, that felt cliche to say. Back in a moment. Okay, we are back and I used the wrong scene. Here we go, this is the scene. So, yeah, not really investigation, but a bunch of things going on here. And we will see some familiar faces for all of your enjoyments. And some of you are going to be screaming at them because, why are you here? Why? I hope to avoid you. Why are you here? That kind of screaming. I hope you will enjoy. The trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know without a shadow of a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding yourself out of this for yourself. Which of Magnifi's Gramarye's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant Zach Gramarye go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Welcome to the Mason system. The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that is not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all questions have been found their answers... let's see. Hello, Maimie. Welcome. And thank you for the follow. The final trial will begin. But first, you must chase the truth. Through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Felix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after trial? As your investigation proceeds, that answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well, now, shall we begin? Touch the arrow to switch between past and present. Let's begin 7 years ago. In the past. Yeah, this badge here, it's Emma's. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Not another game. Let's play. So we're going to be starting at the law offices. The nightmare trial was over. The news nightmare of figuring out what just happened had only begun. I wanted to wake up, just to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I now have plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Oh, morning, Daddy! It's just fun, yeah. let's get to the meat of it. Two weeks have passed since then. I called her into my office. No, it's not Trucy. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. Bah! It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. And look, it's the old office. I did some calling around, and this is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you want to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you like. I could look up some places you might like to stay out. This is weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? Well, I guess so. Getting weirder. Mr. Attorney. Actually, why don't you just call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. Doesn't have to be today or anything. Okay, say Daddy. That was quick. Yes? If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at the last school for about a year. So thanks, Daddy! Oh, it is so great. It's just so wholesome. It's like, Trucy is a treasure. She is a treasure. And I need to figure out a way how to be able to record on my 3DS. So I can show you all Dual Destinies and Spirits of Justice. Heck, I haven't played Spirits of Justice yet. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, and his office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know. Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit, I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll be just fine, Daddy. Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right? You could at least look. You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will ever be my friend at school that way. Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people. Maybe the problem is calling it office. We should run an agency instead. You mean, like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require, talent? You got me, don't you? I'm a professional. A professional? Yup! After all, I'm directly descended from the famous Zach Bravery. Directly descendant? He's your father. Oh! And now I'm directly descended from the famous Felix Wright too. I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Oh no! Welcome back, Bello. Yeah, it was just like tutorial stuff, like, yeah, this is what it's gonna be like doing this section. And Trucy is just a treasure. The circle is back? Can you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Bravery? Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy! Which daddy is that again? That is so amazing! The biggest Star Troop Grammary, and they're so big! The Grammaries. They're on television a lot. I haven't seen them much lately, come to think about it. Big magic happens when you put Zack and Valak Grammary together, you know. Well, we'll have to see, Mina, if you win or lose today. Once they made the giant waterfall, like, they're on the stage. And this giant trout swam through a giant waterfall. Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting at the top? I wish I could have seen more of Lenny's magic. Ah, I shouldn't have brought up so soon. I wonder what happened to me with Mommy and Daddy gone. Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother. I have a magic and a great daddy, even if he's unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay. I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay? Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. On stage? You mean with your daddy? Yep. She was always there with Zack and Val smiling. But then she went away. Yeah, I know, Pix. Went away? It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back. It just breaks, you know? Trucy! Maybe so. I cried then. A lot. That's when Daddy gave me this here. This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Oh God, it's all coming together now.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary. Girl, I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now Daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. Hey, Daddy, you won't. Bang! Right on the head. Certain someone just put it right on the head. You are absolutely correct. That was a certain blind person. Don't worry, I won't vanish.
It makes sense.
I promise.
I mean, in the previous game, everything was connected as well. So all the other cases have to be connected to this.
Right! You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan. I guess I rate it as a backup plan. So, Trucy, let's see. Oh, everyone is just throwing like theories into the chat. It's amazing. I love it. Let's get this heartbreak over with. So, Trucy, you're a professional? Yes. It's like that thing they say. A baby frog grows to be frogs? They say that? I always thought it was funny though. What was? Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easy to understand that way for kids. How stupid. Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy. Oh, I love this chat. That's right. Well, wanna see a trick? You're going to do a magic trick? Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of their agency depends on it after all. That's the spirit! Ready? Here goes! Ta-da! Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat! I gotta say, it's good to be seen! Ah! Whoa, that was startling! What? Me? Okay. The amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression, doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Though my routines get a bit heady at times, huh? Get it? Heady? My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. Okay, I need to just get my hair out of my way because itches my ears. I think it's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much at once like that. It's okay, after all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The right talent agency opens tomorrow. Oh, what? Wait, are we representing anyone? Me and you. And Mix too, Daddy. I think you would need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I have no talent. Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at. Well, when you put it that way, you mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? No, this will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket. Okay, I'll think of something. That's the spirit. See you tomorrow, bright and early, Daddy. Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, right. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became the Trucy Right, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Looking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy and smiling Trucy, she was my light. Okay, let's get this over with. Oh, and everyone, I would just like to warn you about loud noises before we get into this part. Just saying. I'm also telling you, just be aware that things are gonna get a bit loud now.
From you, or?
Yes.
Actually, I'll be prepared for it, because if I hear you too loudly, I can just remove my headset.
I didn't have to remember that day. Why do you feel regret having to declare a verdict this way? That can also happen. Yes, Bello. That can also happen. No, don't do that, man. Seriously, for your own safety, don't. Because, remember who has been assigned as bailiff at the courtroom? When I came here this morning, I still have my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir! Down on hands! Floor! On your head! Now, now, now! What's the big deal? My ears! No unauthorized personnel are allowed in here. Well, that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed. Zoink! Oh my, I just say it like that, sir. It's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, and my girl, and in my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago? No recollection of that, sir. Huh? For me, working a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir. Okay. You're the bailiff, right? Yes, sir. Court bailiff Mike Meekley is at your service, sir. I've asked to meet with a bailiff in this court who will let the magician escape. You okay?
No, because I was so far behind, so I decided to update. And now it's all.
Let me try to make this absolutely as clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? I mean, I'm gonna be keeping like Meekin's like intense, like everything, because everything about Meekin's is intense. But if you are safe in that, yes, your ears are safe. Sometimes bad happens to good people, sir. Something tells me it's a bit of a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing. I'm dying over here! Oh, it's a hard luck life, sir! Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and in my wallet. I guess I was the only victim. Last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck the rising star of the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one, a lowly bailiff. But your uniform, I took it with me as a souvenir of the day I was fired. That can't be legal. Well, it could also be that I'm actually not looking too forward to. I should probably just keep my monitor on here on the microphone because everything is probably going up into the reds like a ton. That can't be legal. So you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I am dying over here. A star rises among the court bailiff, full of hope, when the tragedy strikes. Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Grammary's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Oh why yes, I said it was around 2 p.m. when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what was amiss. Then the door slams open, slam, and some guy is right there in the front of me, face! So you saw someone suspicious coming your way. I'm gonna turn down the microphone a little bit because it's a bit loud here. Yes, I, being a bailiff of little standing, I gave chase. I chased this silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the courtroom building here. Ah, there, it's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own. Okay. And which way did Zach Gramry run after busting through the court door? He went up like this, and then around the corner like that. So with no delay, I ran after him with no delay. Then I turned the corner. I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. I remember it like it was right here, because it was lobby number 2, sir. Oh. Yeah. That's not good. Bursted eye drums are not good. That's unpleasant. Like, I have regrets from my childhood when I was playing loud music because my ears are also like a little bit messed up. Yeah, Meekins hurts my soul too, but have to stay in the spirit of him. You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here. Here, in this room, magician, gone! Vanished like a puff of smoke! Except there wasn't even any smoke! Like, he was just gone! That's impossible. Yes, that word! Oh, how many times I've said that word! Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here. Okay, I won't say it again, I promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby? I searched. Why pause? There was nothing in here at all, sir. There's nothing in here. No, nothing. God, it's slime in my throat, which is unpleasant. Let's see. So do some modifications here to everything so I can more easily see the levels of the audio levels. So, Zach was in this room when he vanished. Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. Eyes! That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran in here, right inside this court. Silk hat, cape. That's Zach, alright. But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir. Oh no, he is nothing like my, But now? What about now? Any ideas? Sir! Ideas about what, sir? Exactly what do you mind me asking? You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick you might have used to disappear like that? Cyclops? Sure no. No matter what are my most prized possessions, which I got in a certain case. I can show people a level tutorial on Mokutama. Like, Maya is a goofball in the best sense possible. Meekins is just incompetence. Really. And he's not even malicious about it, it's just like gross negligence, I'd say. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out. Hey! Whoa! What's with all the atmosphere in here all of a sudden? Do you know something? And I'm going to find out what. Zach Gramley vanished from this room. How did he do it? Oh, sir. Well, sir, I can't say, sir. Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something? Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here and, he tries, yes. But, like, listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do anyway? What did you say? Sir? Did I say something, sir? No, you screamed through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking. It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach Compass was. I know who was in here on that day. I haven't seen that girl in the... I had never seen that girl until the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir! That day, she was here, in the court, in the room, sir. But she wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room, not him? Wow, Mina! Congratulations. You're up to over 100 something? Or is it 3? Can't remember now. 3 in a row. Wow. Do you mean you chased her into this room and not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literal days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but this was not how to mistake a girl for a 7-foot tall magician. 7 feet? Zack isn't that tall, is he? You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone mistaken a girl for Zack Ramery, but you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think I know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar to you? Take that! I just need to continue drinking because it's hard to do this guy's voice. Was that that girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat? She used it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a walking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision, it was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat, it really exists! I remember it clearly, although the details are a little vague. Zack Ramery exits the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the room, sir. Zack Ramery, don't even think you can escape Meekins! Down on your hands! Floor on your head! Hello? Hello, Ellie Nash. Something the matter, mister? No, that is, sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zack Ramery, do you know him? Oh, I love Zack Ramery. His magic's the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, this very same Zack came into his room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. On the sofa, in a trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later I just happened to walk into the bar and see him. Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought I had been all a long dream. Yeah, he's not Spark Brushel. That is absolutely true. But he's not much better. Not much better. Like, he's just like 1 notch above Brushel.
Firing our friendship laser.
Hey, Ellie Nash. Thank you for the gifted sub to Subtile. Friendship lasers all around. A dream that lasted a week?
The power of friendship.
Whoa, that's even more. Thank you once again for another gifted sub. This one to Ven. So now Ven can also use the Ludo mode. That seems ominous. But it wasn't the magician who disappeared, it was Mr. Hat. It's not good. Oh god. That is ominous. That is very ominous. Though it seems complex, what really happened that it was quite simple. You were standing by the door and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you're standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit, and that's where very moment Trucy runs into lobby number 2. And then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest moments. I saw that cape, Zach Brambury's red cape, fluttering like a cape! Astounding, sir! All my days of poising queries and making inquiries and chasing queries wasted. It was as though I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left beside the road to die. That's surely a waste of ice cream. Or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry, I have no idea how much you'd suffer on account of this case. It is an honor, sir. I have apologized to people many times, sometimes more than once, but this is the first time anyone ever apologized to me. Actually, about that girl, I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir, you should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape, that's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to the wearing blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want it is an honor, sir. So, I can't count the number of things I've taken from me, sir, but no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir. I look forward to it. And we're finally done with Meekins gods. All eyes were on Zach Brambury that day in court until his mysterious bad disappearance. Gods. Finally done with Meekins. I don't like voicing Meekins. Actually, I think I made it like voice him differently every single time now, but it's always that excited, just kill my voice. And now I can turn the volume back up. We still have. I sincerely hope we don't meet Meekins in Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I hope we don't. Gods. It'll be in 7 years before I meet him again. Oh, no, that was Zach Brambury, not Meekins. Oh. Yeah, basically. Okay, so we're going to the present now. I should go to the Bosch Club. Let's go to the Bosch Club. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. And then I guess I will go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better if you weren't playing when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. I wonder if we'll get to any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Who am I? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night of the keys. I seek a true competition. I have heard of the Bosch Bowl Club. Is a place such as this? Also, friends sent me insane spam. A ship per week on Ace Attorney again. Yep, from Rob Magician. Now I see the rumors true. And this is a friend of yours? I had forgotten that he was here.
Oh, God.
Alright, my take care. And sleep well. No, don't mind me. I'm just a friendly neighborhood newsman.
You know, can you just edit the game files and replace him with something else?
He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. The competition will be between the two of us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists. And I'm number 2. I play the piano, well, sort of. It's actually a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for rumors to get around. Let's see. No. Like, no. Just all no. No, 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 no. Like, seriously, no. I refuse. No. How is that a shipper? Like, how can people ship that? How can people ship that? No. Go to the Bush Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes, there's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy core source of info for this club owner. Then let us compete. I'll take it to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go, yes? Allow me to introduce myself. Not my name is Sherry Smith. Oh, and I'm Brushel, Smart Brushel, news reporter. Oh, I'm... No. Felix Wright. Huh? You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still don't know who I am? Have we met? Ah! So yeah, Felix did know that Sherry Smith was Zach Gramery. You can't be, but you're Zach Gramery. Yes, the reincarnation act of the century. Pity I've only known years of one. You, Zach Gramery? This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there. Da. We will play soon. Ready the room. Da, I will be preparing hideout for you. Nice, I better. Are you really him? Zach Gramery? No, I'm Sherry Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Nice, I better. Is she well? Trucy, I mean. She's fine. I've got her working already. I hope you don't mind. I hardly need to express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I've come. That and to settle a matter of cards. By which you mean poker? Those eyes. He's serious. I despise losing above all else, and so I have decided I will win tonight, no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary. Perhaps we should take some time to talk before we play? I know you have much to ask of me, and I, you. We competed that day 7 years ago too. Ah, yes, you must have been surprised. Call out to the detention center out of the blue. Vengeance boner. Okay. One. Shoot on time. You choose your defense attorney by playing the poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know of what I speak. I know that you do. Trucy's power. Trucy? She's the class of her own. For 7 years I've played poker here at the Rush Bowl Club, and I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals. Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon. Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thought by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess far greater skill. Her line? Recall, you were the second man whom I've lost to. Magnific Grammary. That was the first time I learned of his power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grammary blood or something? Blood? I'm sorry, but it's not something to be told lightly to outsiders. And it's nothing you need to know at this time. So, some kind of Grammary secret then. Fine. She's 15 this year. She is still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. I see. I planned my disappearing act. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you're planning the vanishing act from the get-go? Yes. And for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Pause clearly? What? What's wrong, Pix? Because of this. This? A transfer of rights. You see that signature? Ah. A transferal? That's Magnific Grammary's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all the rights to secret staging and performance of a magic to recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zach Grammary. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? Welcome back, Kaima. That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnific gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier. Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare my escape from the courtroom. The greatest of Magnific Grammary's illusions are a true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Certainly a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir. Rightful? I'm sure you know whom I choose as my successor. Your daughter. That is why I risked all to come here tonight. Brushel.
Sir? Ah, here we go.
What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides.
Oh, I might not look like it, but I am a certified notary.
You are?
By the day, I wear notary glasses and hunt for news. Also, by day, I wear reporter's glasses and not notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. Ah, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said. Precisely. There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth for 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. Not to mention all their possessions. Exactly, which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document, before my 7 years are up. Yep, that he is, Biggs. You might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifi Grammary. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnifi died, 2 of his potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammary, and Valant Grammary, but not Trucy. I see. So, you do need this document. I've known Brushel since before I vanished. He's a man I trust. Now, only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and I found he had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping he'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. And I can't solve this right now, so we're going ending the search here. No, wait, we have one more thing to do here, actually, when I think about it. I'm gonna present Trucy's locker here, when I think about it.
Hello, Laplace. How are you doing?
Welcome. How do you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone. What's more is there to say? Lots?
Yeah, I know.
Whoa, you're still here?
According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifi Grammary, the only daughter end quote.
What? Magnifi's daughter? Is that true, Zach? Brushel, you say too much.
What? Why am I the bad guy? Why?
Zach decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Thalassa Grammary, she is the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to get her some more evidence, clearly. Well, the fruit that may have been longer to attract than the main attraction, shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnifi. I do not care to lose to another. I have heard you never lose. That's just a rumor. Yes, for it's impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up their sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation to think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed a document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up? That was that, and this is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy's beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Prussia, you may lead.
Well, it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop!
I punch and I punch, but it's still not enough.
I just remembered a future prior engagement. To the gentleman, and nice meeting you, Mr. Fjellman.
Then let's begin, dealer. You'll be the witness to a competition. It is honor for me. Why have I seen her around before? That reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin. I believe was his name? You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. The Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I needed to meet that reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zach began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of the man who is now in prison. A name Zach Grammary knew, but how and why? Okay, Fix. What did you get? No, don't. Well. Isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines, Gavin? Yeah, it is one fancy cell. Yeah, let's scream. Take care of your pal self, Fix. You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shiny Smith was the name of the man you killed. Do you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Grammary. You know the defendant? I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After the trial, you were arrested and found guilty, but your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I'm an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Kevin. Recall its case 7 years ago? Oh yes, the trial where Zach Grammery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor revealed crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association review voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. Ours reminds me of every type. You know, except for Lelouch is amazing, and Light is complicated. Christoph is just an ass. Now, do note that like Code Geass and Lelouch are probably one of my most favorite animes of all time. So, I just love.
Wait, what was the anonymous vote for? Or what vote?
Like everyone voted yes except for him.
For what?
Strictest punishment. For Phoenix.
To what?
For
The
Phoenix.
strictest punishment.
Yes. It was my brother who was responsible for putting me in that position after all. Oh, that's a shame because Code Geass is amazing. Like how Lelouch is portrayed and how he is just amazing. Aww. Oh, that's too bad. But seriously, Code Geass is... I actually think Code Geass is my favorite anime. Just all-time favorite. I think it is. I suppose. For 7 years we've been friends. And yet I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. So I can there's one anime I will tell anyone to just watch this anime. It's amazing. It's Code Geass. Yeah, Brotherhood comes also after that somewhere. But I just like Code Geass more than Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Grammery mentioned your name, Gavin. That is fair, Septile. I tried watching Hunter x Hunter, I just couldn't. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone else had turned on me. You're gonna have to ask Tenho about that by now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, some things just don't mesh with per people. I did get quite far though. I got past the exams, the Hunter exams. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Grammery. Whoa. I've never seen Cyclops looks like these. Notice that these are golden and black. Dark. Cold. Full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life's been taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails. You're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. Do you know what I say? One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, accept nothing less. That certainly looks like first-rate hand polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. That envelope's been bothering me ever since I got here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. Look at that, how he's like the shading here of his face. Look at it. You get mail here in jail? Well, that I do. Though they're read first, apparently. Still, I'm not a pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are another matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. This part is super long. There's so much to this part. I figured you'd come here sooner or later. I decided sooner. Drew Miss Ham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. It is really good, this theme. It is really good. Just like so ominous. I was gonna ask you some questions. Suppose you have that right? I admit, it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Felix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched. Intensely. Also, I would like to ask you guys something if you've noticed something of a habit of hers thus far. Yeah, we might not get dual destinies. We'll see. I hope we can get it. Well, it's because I cannot really stream from my 3DS. That's the problem. I don't have a modded 3DS with a capture card. She does chew her nails, yes. That'll be important later. I need to, for the time being, I have a ridiculous plan of using the camera here and some rig I print from with the 3D printer to get a like a stable rig to use the camera to record the 3DS. Like try to. Ah, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Judging from the displays, you're a painter? Not, sadly, a profitable one. never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I wouldn't be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter? Her mother grew wary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. Chris, that's a bitch. +1. Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. You're trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'd have to remind him. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Yeah, part of the things that is so much fun is seeing pics just derail, either derail completely or hit the nail on the head. It's so much fun. I will predict all the things. And it's immensely entertaining to see how Pix just starts ranting on things and the theories she had. It's so much fun. Sure, all I did was make a copy, but that copy might have been destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then let's talk. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I'd ever attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from the paintings? That is not what I mean. All my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy? The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So we used the real writing as reference to reproduce what the client wrote. Yeah, you're right, Bix. Yes, as I said, it was my first job within nature. Thank you for the sub there, Laplace. That is very much appreciated. I hope you will enjoy yourself here. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as possible about the requester. I never met him, but personally Cyclock. Of course. Ow. It feels like I got this metal thing sticking in my finger. It hurts. It says they're still hiding something. Something about his work. No. Actually, I'm not sure if we can do this thing right now. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Mishap? I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there were no Cyclops in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Why are you doing this to me? Well, I'm making my stand, no backing down now. So what is what is Mishap hiding? I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said. What is it then? You told me what you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any Cyclops. Cyclops? Is that some kind of asylum security, or is there a new hairstyle perhaps? Cyclops are great. I love the Cyclops mechanic. I'm not as fond of the bracelet mechanic of Apollo. And I'm a little bit mixed about what's her face mechanic. I can't remember her name. Scythia. No, yeah, something like that. Yeah, Athena, the Athena mechanic. Why do I think of like something on C? Athena is a character you meet in okay. Don't answer that. But personally, those words trigger the Cyclops. Again with the Psycholocks. Now I really must know what they are. So, you didn't meet the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence. Perhaps I'm too hung up on this luck business, but I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclops. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Mishap. Poppycock! I don't know what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. I'm here in my studio, but who else could have been but me? That's the real question now, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is... The real forger is your daughter, Vera Mishap, isn't it? Ridiculous! My daughter is only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more from landscapes, not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. Cyclops tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much like on the verge of going psycho-lock myself. I really want to play 5 and 6. I really do. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made that page was my daughter, Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius, you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I brought when they become necessary, they're my little girl's playthings now. Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once, here, to this studio. What? Why did you say so sooner? But their face was covered and they did not want to talk to me. So, they talked to your daughter? I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. That little girl might know something about him. Ah. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Can't really do much about it right now, so there's no sense in rushing things. Let's see if there's any more to get it down first. Looky here. Maybe I'll just slide it on over him for a closer look. That's a pretty bottle. Oh, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often. Some light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. We are finishing tonight, Pix. We are. It'll take a while. Maybe we aren't. Actually, we're about halfway, I think. We'll see how far it goes. I'm hoping to be able to do it today. To finish it by today. Because the last bit is like 1 or 2 cross-examinations. It's not long. I can't remember, but it's 1 or 2 cross-examinations. Alright, Mina, take care. And thank you for joining us for so long. And say hi to Dylan. Yeah, it's like, buckle up everyone, let's charge for the finish line. It's an awfully small frame. What's inside it? A stamp? Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always put it somewhere she can see it. That's Zack and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it? The post office issued a commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now one of them vanished at the fate of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV until the end. I see. That stamp is quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Mr. Messam, I have a request. Let me guess, you'd like to speak with my daughter, can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so in fact. With only one exception, which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they were talked. Yeah, I want to do this like Rushford. I mean, we're still like 2 hours until midnight, so it's not my first time playing for like streaming something for 5 hours. It's been a long time, but it's my first time. When I returned and they had finished, she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. All right. This could be tough. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How do I keep her talking? Isn't Troop Grammarly amazing? Ah. Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're just so magical. Aren't they? Yeah, wherever I go, whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know? Me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah. All Right, she's talking. Not saying much, but that's a start. I only saw them with my father the other day. The open ceremony at the Grammar Museum of Magic. The Grammar Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once, when I was little, with father. The Grammar is on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting it back together. They'll do it all. Yeah, maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Bella, maybe? Oh, sure. Alright, better get to asking before she changes her mind. I don't go outside much. I like the painting here. Why don't you like to go outside? There's bad people out there. Well, true. But there's a lot of good people too. Actually, I should tell you. She was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then she's been, well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said to me when she went to the Grammar Museum. With you, in fact. Ah, yes. She was actually quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something, a gift, from that client actually. She won't tell me what it was. Father, I told you to keep that a secret. From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. We'll get to that. So, your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things? Yeah, I really like painting a lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So, you did this too? Oh, yes! It was my first job. Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But it was totally different. The pen slips, and the way the writer held the pen, and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope to analyze it on the computer. She seems happy. Odd. Her work was the last nail in the Grammar coffin. I guess no one told her. They're the best in the world! Huh? Oh, you mean through Grammar? Of course. Father gave it to me. Your father? Alright, Laplace, take care. We are probably heading over to Dylan when we're done here, which will be in like 2 hours maybe, if he's still streaming then. Say hi to him. Oh, and Pat Fina. Because of course. But I asked him about it, he didn't know how you got it. I guess I just took it. Yeah. Ah, cool. Took it? Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean the letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the Grammars forever that day. I'm sure that was why I got sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on our good side. You know, Christoph just... So, you met this person and asked to do this job. Community DLC, of course. And you talked with him? Is this about a good luck charm you received? Can't talk about it. Huh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Right, time to do some psych unlocking. We seem to trust this client quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp? No, that's not why. They'll listen to me, to my problem. The problem that keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I have to do is use a good luck charm. A good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you actually. Is this your good luck charm?
Take that!
This is what they gave you, isn't it? The same bottle is over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? I heard once cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting any more on that one. I think I know who gave you that bottle actually. The one who asked you to do this job was this the client? This man is a friend of mine. Do you know him? His name is Christopher Gavin. He's a lawyer actually. I promised not to tell. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client, I promised. If I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore. I got my answer. You seem pretty confident in this charm then. I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel? What do you mean? I saw it. Or I think I saw it. When they gave me this, I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No! The client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So, where do you see this devil then? He was so quick. I didn't remember well. But, that's when I knew that person wasn't like the other people. That's what I believe in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was. But I admit it's clear that Christopher Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that is all. I'll be leaving now. Oh, I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramery. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come, promise. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forager, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Ah. What strange sight doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? Two men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet, it seems that fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano in a cold little hole in the wall. But since you are here, yep, the classic detention center music. What shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnifique Gramery for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I want to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it. Glory spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows, yet his very disappearance itself is a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Gramarye killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I got tired of my cage, and the time for my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience wait with bated breath, there will be Valiant. And also, yes, now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valiant Gramarye has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me, verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. The suspicion hasn't lifted entirely, Valiant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You're just as obligated to follow Magnifi's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zach Gramarye followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else actually. What might that be? I want to know what Magnifi had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? With a trick up his sleeve? Perhaps you do not know. Know why? A great magician never reveals his secrets. The audience must remain forever in the audience by bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. Phoenix, you are always flying on the seat of your pants. That's kind of your thing. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And what's I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to find. We'll get to the black ones. I'll explain the black ones later when we get to them. There is something to be said about them later. Okay, fair enough. I actually can't remember, but I do remember that we don't break those locks. Yeah, go ahead. Oh god, it's warm. To ask someone to take a life, even if it's not for long in this world, that's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish, his life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? Whoa! Ow. Hurt. I guess it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? The truth lives in a world of showmanship, the flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it.
Take that!
Why, that's one of ours. Especially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valant. I'm crying something far more tragic. an accident. Zack and Valen's quick draw shoot him. How long has it been since those shots were last heard? When the shooting was the shooting cancelled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been cancelled because someone has already been hurt. Fascinating. My Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Alright, Kaimo, take care. And sleep well. God, I'm just... Wait, why is love emote not working there? You have the... I don't even. It does not show for me. But tell me, what could a single you prove with a single pistol? Well, tell me what would happen if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage? A performance of magic is not concerned with what ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim you shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. I just hope that he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on, and this shows just who it was. But, well, that's Zack Grammary's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe her name was. Alakazog! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of her bullets? Still in denial, no doubt. Thalassa was the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows how much danger she was in. Troop Grammary's performances were very, very popular. Why are you telling everyone to take me?
Take care.
Bap bellow, please. Bap bellow, please. Now find that out. So popular, they made a commemorative stamp at the height of your fame. We were not merely the latest craze, we were an age. A golden age. It's all here on the stamp. Oh, you're still here, Callie. Nope, you're feeling better. Take care to rest. There's Thalassa, right? Ugh. Trucy's mother is still missing, I hear. What happened to her? I don't know. Oh, Callie. A part of his memory is still locked up. There's one thing you're failing to address, and what's that? As you say, a troop was a world unto itself. It sailed right over my head. Our leader, Magnifi, was so inclined, he could hide anything he wished with ease. But, Mr. White, then he would have hid a crime, making him an accomplice. It's too late for puns. I am sleepy, but I'm gonna power through this. Not a great foundation for blackmail. Vala's got a point. If one of the troop members died in an accident and Magnifi covered it up, his innocence would have come into question. Found the right address, Mr. Wright? I'm so close, there has to be something. But how Thallassa's death could have affected Zack's and Vala's relationship with Magnifi? I see it in your eyes, you still have something to say. How can you possibly prove more than you already have? I'll prove why Thallassa's accident tied your hands completely with a person. Actually, do I have her profile? I do. Oh, and yes. This is where you get a better picture of her. It's going to take a little knowledge of the lack of the players to crack this one. The accidental death of your wife, of Zach's wife, tied both of your hands, and this information proves why Magnifie's held such power over you.
Take that!
It is not a question of who shot Thasala. Thasala herself was the problem. What do you mean? She was Zach's Grammary's wife, Trucy's mother, and Magnifie's Grammary's only daughter. There was a terrible accident, and the two of you killed your mentor's only daughter. If that wasn't the key to Magnifie's power over you, I don't know what was. It was an accident. There's no proof, none at all. But Thasala went missing, and your mentor blackmailed both of his disciples. It doesn't take a genius to put the one and one together. Ours was a complex family. You mean Troop Grammary? The master, Magnifie Grammary, his only daughter, and his two disciples. That does sound like a recipe for disaster, doesn't it? Not to be tempted into faulty flights of fancy. Yes, there was an accident. But that is all it was, an accident. Zach and Valance tore of the force. The guns blaze, the bullets fly straight toward that beautiful body on the stage. And then crash, zing, pow, into everything but her. Now that is magic. It happened one day when we were practicing. Same trick with a new twist. And tragedy. But as for whose bullet stole Thasala's life, we shall never know the answer. Thasala disappeared from our lives, and Zach was bereft of his wife. Trucy lost her mother, and Magnifie his daughter. And that led to blackmail, I take it. It is all part and parcel of the darkness that comes when the curtain falls. Why did Magnifie Grammary try to cover up the accident? It was his own daughter who died. All I can say, it was a critical time for Troop Grammary. A passing of the torch from Magnifie to Zach and Valant. We all sacrificed it so that it might be a success. Thasala's death was the greatest sacrifice of all. Yet, even when her life was extinguished, her presence was not. What do you mean? In time, we, myself and Zach, found we could no longer oppose Magnifie's wishes. Magnifie forced us to perform his art for his benefit. I see. I guess I can understand. I mean, he did lose his only daughter. But do you not find cowardice in his actions? Huh? To decide to hide the truth of your only daughter's death is one thing, but then to hang that death as guillotine above our heads. Things are dark behind the scenes in the Troop Grammary, that's for sure. Does Trucy know? She was not told, naturally. Who would want to know that the father might have taken the mother's life? True. I had not thought of that accident for a very long time. I'm sorry to dredge up old memories, but this has helped a lot. Not to find Magnifie's slayer, I should think. True. Ah. After that accident, there was one who came sniffling, quite persistently. A reporter. He called himself a newsman at the time. I often spied him lurking about in the dressing room doing his research. Do you happen to remember his name? What was his name? Sorry, I have forgotten. but in the course of his interview he became quite close to my partner Zach. I liked him not. I see. His name I do not recall, but his scent. The cloying aroma of mint. Yes, whenever he smiled, which was far too often. I see. Thank you for your time. It does no good to interfere with the past, Mr. Wright. You will not uncover answers, only wounds. I'm sorry. I had begun to notice a dark curtain hanging over True Grammary, and I began to realize what I had to do. I had to protect Trucy from that darkness. The reporter he mentioned, the newsman, I never learned who it was at the time, though I got a pretty good idea how it is now. That smile, that sickly sweet smell of mint, the last floss-tin thread connecting the exact grammar to the world. Sooner or later, I'd have to track him down. Okay, 3 parts left. Now I just have to solve all of these. Nearly there. Nearly there.
Well, what do we have here?
Remember me?
Of course I remember you. Journal makes ex-attorney in bar, end quote.
Can I ask you what you're doing here? Mr. Misham was poisoned and his daughters.
Oh, yes, I know. Oh, yes. It's caused me no end of grief, to be honest. Journalist wishes he'd tracked down case just a little quicker, end quote.
William trailed the case the whole time?
Zach Bramry was a good friend.
Oh god, you know what? I'm going to stop doing the voice acting here because my throat is death now. Like seriously, like my throat is exhausted. So I'm going to stop with the voice acting here. I just can't. Like that was the last push. It hurts a little bit. So yeah, gods, wow, 3.5 hours of voice acting. That's my limit. At least when doing characters like these that are so far away from what I normally do. You know what? I think I'm actually gonna stop here because otherwise I will have a big problems tomorrow. Thinking of actually finishing the stream on finishing this on Sunday. Because I want to finish this game before next weekend. I'm thinking of doing it on like 2 o'clock on Sunday, or maybe actually I'll do it Sunday evening for us. So it'll be regular stream time at 18:30 Central European because I am just death. So let us save here. And that gives me 2 days to 2 days to recover my voice, because tomorrow I don't think I'm going to be speaking much at all. Wow. Yeah, I am definitely exhausted. Gods. So let us go and raid Dylan, because he's playing a community DLC for Pokemon Red and Blue. I would like to thank you for watching. I'm sorry that I had to cut it here after all. I was hoping to do it today, but you know, I just can't. It's just like, I feel the muscles tensing like in my throat. Heck, I might not even be able to do singing practice tomorrow. Yeah, we'll have to do that. We'll always do it in the VOD, but yeah, it was a bit longer than I thought it would be. I thought it was a bit shorter because of the short trial segments, but this here investigation phase is so long. So yeah.
Now quit talking and get on with the rating.
Yes, let's get to rating Dylan. thank you for watching today. I would like to once again thank let's see, Ellie Nash for gifting 2 subs. I would like to thank Laplace for the sub. I would also like to thank MimeYay45 for the follow. And that will be it for today. Gods, I am just exhausted. I hope to see you for Sunday at 18:30 Central European. And until then, have a good weekend. Take care.